Okay, here we are back, part 2 of the mini pocket album. What I did is I've punched, this is a punch that I have forever. It's like an old Stampin' Up punch. I'm sure it's not available, but there's lots of tab punches available. Or if you use a Silhouette or Cameo, you can cut out different tabs. But I punched these tabs out of paper, and we're going to make little tabs for our pocket sheets. Like, see this one? I cut that out and glued it so that they slide in pretty quick. So I already pre-punched some to save some time. I'll just put a little bit of this glue on the edges. This makes it easier. You don't have to do this. You can do anything you want. Just use your imagination and make it your own. But this is how I chose to do it, so that they're easy to pull in and out of these little pockets. You just have a fun little tab. Plus I just like how it looks with all the extra papers everywhere. And see how I went through and I rounded all the edges so it slides in easier. I like the contrast of all the different designs. You can make this little packet for all kinds of things. I am a mini scrapbooker. I like making scrapbooks for mini events. So I'll do a scrapbook for a camping trip, or I'll do a scrapbook for a birthday party or a family barbecue or whatever. And that little mini scrapbook is entirely devoted to that event or two. These are great for when somebody has a new baby. You can find really cute baby paper and make it all about baby. You can add ribbon stickers, all kinds of fun stuff. And give it as a gift. That would be a really fun little gift for somebody. Someone's birthday, someone's little retirement. I made something similar to this, I shouldn't say similar to this, but a mini scrapbook for a friend that retired, and people signed all the fun little pockets in it. One of my coworkers, when I retired, did the same thing for me. She made a mini scrapbook album, and everybody in the office, a lot of people in the office signed it. And it's like, it took me like 3 months before I even opened it up, because I was emotional about retiring. I had worked there for 32 years, and I was emotional leaving all my friends that I worked with, and it took me almost 2 months to open up that little album and read what everybody wrote. It's kind of funny how that goes, but I'm kind of emotional like that. But it's a great keepsake to have and read the little notes that people left just for me. Because it's a pretty big deal nowadays, working for somebody. I mean, I had coworkers that worked longer than that, over 32 years, and some that are still working, but there's so many reasons. I think I'm going to use this little book. I don't even know if I'm going to scrapbook it. I've been contemplating exactly what I want to do with this book. But I was thinking of using it because right now, none of this paper is from the Reset Girl, but it is Camp Wannacraft. So I've been thinking about possibly, I haven't decided yet, this is just an idea I've got, I might use it for my July Faithful Girls scriptures. What do you think of that? Because there's 4 scriptures a week. And I have enough pages, I'm sure I do. I need to count that I could do like on each page. Like I could do one here on this side. I could do one on this side. I could do this. I'm not sure if you can see this, but I could do one on this page, one on this page, because I like to hand letter what I make. I kind of doodle and decorate. You're getting there. See how fun that is when you add all those different colored tabs? Isn't that a fun little book? And then here is, I believe, the last one. What do I want to do? I have not used this one yet. Let's do this. It's got some red, a little bit of color on it. I punched a couple extras because as I go, I kind of change my mind. Isn't that what we crafters do? We change up things a lot. We start doing something and think it's a brilliant idea, and then all of a sudden, it's not a brilliant idea anymore because you find something you like even better as you're going along. And that's what creativity is all about. Being unique, creative, and changing your mind. Boy, I sure do a lot. I have so many ideas of projects, and I started a bullet journal this year, and I have it. As I find projects that I want to do, I have a whole list of them to do for different seasons, and can be overwhelming, all the stuff that I really would like to do. This one I've got on here crooked, I think. Needs to go down just a little bit further. This glue dries fast, so it's not super forgiving. So guess what? Imperfection is my friend. It's not going to be on there perfect. And so it matches me perfectly because I am not perfect. I am nowhere near perfect. So now we have this fun little pocket book with all these little pockets and tabs. You can put them all in the middle. You can put them 1, 2. I just kind of did 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sometimes I'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and just kind of do a zig. How do you end? Back at the top, I just did middle. It doesn't really matter how you do it. Most people are clueless and don't pay attention to the oddities that we do as crafters. So now, what do I want to do? I've got this put together. I hope that you guys can see what I'm doing. Anyway, this one that I made first, I see how this is open and you can see the spine. I cut a piece of paper and bound it. So what size did I do? I did a 1. So I probably did 2.5 so that it would wrap around that little piece there. Can you see how that kind of is loose along there? So let's see. I'm going to dig out some of these scraps that I've got here and see what would be a pretty binding. See, I could do like a pretty little floral binding. I could do the flies. Ooh, this would be fun. I bet that would be kind of a fun little binding of the stripes. Clouds. I've got these clouds. It's not fun, but I kind of like the clouds actually, but I like the flowers even more. The colors coordinate. That's one thing I love about buying kits. The kits, even though they're unique, where you've got flowers, clouds, animals, plaid, the colors all match. So I've already got this cut down 6 inches, so I'm going to cut this 2.5 inches. And I'm going to bring this in part of the way, and it's just going to wrap around. So what I'm going to do, just to make it easier, and it's not going to be perfect, I've got this cord in the way. I bought this little microphone to put on my shirt so it helps with sound. I'm going to score this at 1.25, because that's half of 2.5, just to help me with my fold around. Get that out of the way. What do you guys think? The plaid, isn't that pretty how they coordinate? So I'm going to start with the front. I'm just going to put glue all the way around it. Start on the front edge here. I'm just going to go to that blue stripe right there. That's lined up. It's an even. And then just wrap that around. See how the fold isn't perfect? But it kind of helped with that edge there. And I probably could have made it not quite 2.5 inches, maybe 2 1/4, or even 2 inches. Because I didn't put it very far over on this side. So you can make these as big as you want. You can make this 15 envelopes if you want. I mean, this is a good little mini size. You could put pictures of grandbabies in it and pack it around in your purse as a little brag book. Lots of fun things you can do. See this little thing I got? I found this on an Etsy shop, and if I can find the link to that, I'll put it on my YouTube video also. But it's made for this glue, because this glue dries fast. And you can put it in here, and it holds it upside down onto the bottom. A tiny bit leaks out, but if you use this glue a lot, you know. A lot of people have like little cups or something sitting on their desk to hold it upside down, but it keeps that from drying out. And it's made specifically for this glue. And I found this on Etsy. There's lots of fun things you can find on Etsy. So I had to buy that because I love it. Okay, so this is extra. I find all these envelopes from Close to My Heart you can get for 12 by 12. I love it. And I can keep my kits together. Okay, so here's our little, I got glue all over my hands. Here's our book. And I'm not going to make it because I'm not super frilly about things. You can do a lot of fun things with this. You can add. You could staple like a ribbon to this. You could actually, I have a mini stapler here. You could just staple that. But I'm going to be pulling it in and out a lot. And I think the staple would just make it get caught. And I don't want to like cut my hands or whatever. So I'm going to pull out these stickers. And originally I thought this would be fun just to have my fisherman. But I kind of like this fun little Girl Scout. I really like this, but it's way too big. How big is that? That is 6 inches. Ooh, that would be fun. You could make one of these. And like I said, if you cut this 6 inches by 12 and fold it in half, you would have a 6 by 6 little album. But my whole purpose doing this was I wanted a mini, like a super mini, a little fun little mini album. So what should we add? Look at that. Isn't that fun? That little old VW camper. Those were popular back in the day. The collectors. I don't even know if they make those anymore. I don't think they do, but they were like collector's items. So what's our time? We're 13 minutes. There's this fun little campfire dude with a beard. It kind of looks like my handyman. He would die if he knew I said that. So I think I'm going to, I love this, oh dear. So I made a string art thing a couple years ago. I taught a Super Saturday at church, and it's string art of a deer. If you've seen the deer head with just the head and the horns coming up, and I strung like Christmas banner around it. And then after Christmas, because it was a Christmas craft, after Christmas I took all the Christmassy stuff and I cut out a vinyl that says yes dear, because my husband says yes dear to me all the time, and I love that. Oh dear, oh dear, how fun. Fresh air, get wild, gone fishing. I'm definitely going to use this because I am in the fishing mode right now. We took our boat out last week fishing. It was so fun. I'm in the fishing mode. I don't especially like. I fussy cut so many things, and if I were the designer, they fussy cut all along this line. Why didn't they fussy cut up there? That's okay though. I'm picky about things. It's weird, I know. But I'm going to put this little fisher dude down here. Like I said, I'm not going to make it super fancy, but I kept this fairly plain so that he would show up. If I used like something busy like this paper, he would not show up very much, and I really dislike that white. So I'm going to put something across it. Maybe if I put Gone Fishing over here, it would help. But behind that Gone Fishing, I'm not going to stick that down. I'm going to put some flowers. I just don't like that white. I'm going to put some flowers here. And maybe this little fly down here because he's fly fishing maybe. Is that too much? I don't even know. I should have put it up here on the flowers. I think I'm going to put it up here because this is just all leaves. What do you think? Is that too much? Having that over there covering up the... Do I lose the detail of the fly when I put that there? That's what I'm wondering. I need like something different back there, I think. I could always put it more over here this way when I say Gone Fishing. It's going there. And then down here, I think I'm going to put just a couple little flowers. And I like to do groups of 3 because it looks better. Here's my handyman coming in. He's going to come in here and see if I'm done, and I'm not. And a smaller little flower here. So that's going to be the cover. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do on the inside. This is what it looks like. Fun little cover. As I decorate this, I'll share later. But you have all these pages and fun things to make a fun little mini pocket album. And you can make it unique just for your desires. There you go. I hope you make some of these on your own.